We are getting into the tweets from tonight's episode of part 3 of Real Housewives of Potomac season 7 reunion. And wow, we see Happy Eddie, who is sharing a beautiful photo of himself and his beautiful bride, Dr. Wendy Osefo, honey. Let's go ahead and get back into the tweet. He says, grand opening, grand closing, deuces, survive season 7, still smiling, still being Happy Eddie, hashtag RHOP, hashtag Sunday Vibes, hashtag Miami Vice, hashtag Team Osefo, hashtag Happy Eddie. See, Deborah, what the devil meant for evil, God meant for good. Shout out to Happy Eddie and Dr. Wendy. This from Ashley Shaw Miller. What Candiace said about Gizelle and her closeness to whiteness is a privilege was correct because that has skated along without any repercussions for years. And Ashley, you wouldn't agree because you've been acting like a Karen this whole season. Okay, girl. Now she right. I'm just going to have to wait and say that. Hashtag RHOP and 8,022 people, and counting, have seen it, and 473 people seem to agree, and 81 people cared about it enough to retweet it. And that just goes to show Real Housewives of Potomac production staff and Bravo, we really are not feeling this. We not. I mean, come on now. This from the Peach Report. Gizelle specifically used vague terms throughout the entire season when describing what Chris supposedly did to her. Her story not only changed, but she called him a sneaky link and implied that he wanted her ... Let's not act like she didn't know what she was doing. It's all about semantics. We already know that. Those mind-blowing things said, I don't think the ladies know what proximity to whiteness really means. The crying face, hashtag RHOP. The way Mia packed her receipts back up in that rhinestone box, honey, because there were none. We already knew that there were none, and this is coming from, again, those mind-blowing things. Shout out to one of my favorite YouTubers, Scotty by Nature. Robin, STFU, your bestie implied that about Chris, and you didn't battle ass. Hypocritical ass, hashtag RHOP. Another tweet coming from the Peach Report. Wendy, one thing about this group, everybody gets mad when there is a rumor about them, honey, but they're quick to say a rumor about somebody else. She spoke nothing but facts, and Bravo Andy agreed because he kept saying that is true. That is so true. Very true, honey. All right, the mind-blowing things, again, says, I understand that we might not always have the language when it comes to an elusive topic like colorism, but I don't think you can say you can 100% rule out colorism on your show if you don't understand the phrase proximity to whiteness. Hashtag RHOP. It's the bestie goals for me. Look at them. They look so cute. That's booked, busy, blessed. Wendy Osefo put that. That's Candiace and her man Chris. You see Dr. Wendy. You see attorney at large, Dr. Happy Eddie Osefo. Okay, well, I don't know if he a doctor, but attorney, Esquire, Wendy, child, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all get it. Y'all get the picture. Another tweet from those mind-blowing things. Hey, Cynthia Bailey, I'm glad this season of RHOP is over, child. Me too. I just cannot tell you enough, okay? Excuse me. This from Mira Ma says, Candiace, you are a garbage individual and have no soul, and you are the reason women can't come forward because you make fake reports and sit there with your colorist privilege. Yes, Candiace, get her. RHOP. Now, I'm not really sure if that's exactly what Candiace said verbatim, but she said something along those lines, and forgive me if she did, but yes, she did, and she cleared, honey. Get it, neck, okay? Angela Bassett thing says, thing is, people immediately jumped on Candiace for her white privilege comment, but barely said a peep about Gizelle and this SA reach. And that's exactly what Candiace's point was. Yes, it was. I agree. Hashtag RHOP. Regina May says, the fact that they're forcing Candiace to fix what she said and no one else is forcing Gizelle to fix her statements is in fact colorism. Hashtag RHOP. And it was a little disheartening, especially coming from Dr. Wendy. Now, I understand, right, that she was coming from a good place, but since this wasn't your fight, you should have backed her in this moment, okay? This wasn't the time to try to hold her accountable and to play the fair card, girl. Either sit there and be quiet or don't say nothing at all, okay? Or don't even just engage, basically. Okay, underscore Sham Guy says, in reference to Echo Does Radio, the original tweet says, Wendy failed Candiace in that moment. I just said that. You know I love them both. I do. But Wendy fumbled. That was the moment to say this is exactly what we're talking about because Candiace spoke big facts. She did. And Komorian says that scene exemplified why the colorism segment needed a moderator, because we're not going to pretend reverse colorism is a thing, and we're also going to have the proper toolbox to understand proximity to whiteness without having to call someone a white woman. Y'all should have had Mama Dorothy out there, really, to be honest with y'all. I really think that's what y'all should have had. Y'all really should have had her out there facilitating that conversation. And again, it's just so deep, the whole colorism issue, and with Dr. Wendy being African, y'all already know how deep rooted and deep seated that junk go. Like, oh god, it's so much to unpack. The Peach Report, Candiace, what's not cool is your gutter snipe bitch ass not on my family. Ate her right on up, and she did. Okay, even if Karen is fuzzy on the timeline of her relationship with Shasha, she certainly knew Charisse was going to be on BS this season, and she was right. Anything else is splitting hairs, and that's true. That is very true. In my review that I haven't uploaded yet, I said the same thing. I feel like the timing of the relationship between Charisse and Karen was off. Basically, I don't think that Charisse came from a place of ill intent when she chose to show up to Karen's mom's funeral and give her support. However, just based on, and think back to earlier on in part 3 of the reunion, right? When but Robin made it a point to just express all of the cast members, right, that loved Charisse, with the exception of Wendy and I want to say Candiace. Or no, it was Wendy and somebody else. So, Wendy and child hit up my barn. Wendy and Karen, right? So, Robin, you made that a point to say what? You just proving that point that y'all really corralled that lady to get on here to talk BS, and it backfired. Robin, you always doing your big one. You did your big one then, you did your big one now, and it's coming back to bite Charisse in the ass, okay? Whoa, Air Mattress Maddie, F Robin, F Ashley, F Michael, Darby, F Mia, and F Gizelle. Potomac is a flop, and Chop, I am done. Well, I'm going to heart that because I agree, honey. I'm not watching the next season. Scotty says, with your privileged white-looking ass, and Candiace meant that with all her chest, and she did. Okay? Candiace and Chris, okay, we can't show this because you know how they do, honey. No, absolutely not. Now, Lanithia said what she said, and Long Rolling Hills of Next said, I'm Team Wendy, but she absolutely failed Candiace in that Oh, my God. Dr. Wendy, they eating you up, and rightfully so. You deserve that because you failed that lady in that moment. In my opinion, it gave the viewers and cast a reason to continue to look at Candiace as an overreacting emotional brat. Candiace was absolutely 100% correct in what she said, and I'm happy she stood in her period. I am too. Candiace was right, and I'm glad she didn't apologize. We're not going to act like just because Gizelle doesn't identify as white that she doesn't possess a certain proximity to whiteness. That's why they needed a moderator, but apparently Candiace was outvoted. And what's that little bobblehead girl named Ashley? This is a grown folk conversation, okay? It did not involve you. You should not have given your input. You need to sit there and be quiet. Again, Ashley Miller says, why are they badgering Karen about her relationship with Charisse? If she says she's not cool with then that's all y'all need to know. Hashtag RHOP, period. The Peach Report says, still can't believe Robin thought Wendy would actually approve of someone else bringing her children to an event that she wasn't invited to. It's the audacity for me. Me too, Peach Report. Me too. Echo Does Radio says, Wendy failed Candiace in that moment. We already touched on that tweet, but we'll read it again. You know I love them both. I do. But Wendy definitely fumbled. That was a moment to say this is exactly what we're talking about. Because Candiace spoke big facts. Hashtag RHOP. Hashtag RHOP reunion. Another tweet from Ashley Miller says, Robin, your ass was the main one who sat on the stage and lied and didn't want anyone to say anything about what was really going on with you and why. Shut up. Exactly. The Bravo Shade Room, Candiace to Gizelle, what's not cool is your gutter stuff. Ooh, bitch, it's lying on my family. Ooh, child. I mean, I felt the word bitch assness when Diddy said it, but I really feel it now with Candiace saying it, because she said it with her entire being. It's just like you could feel it rising up from her feet all the way up to just coming out of her mouth. Like, yes, I feel you, sis, okay? Taylor Gray says the best RHOP episode of all time, honey. Ooh, okay. Alien Superstar Robin D. Marley says every year like clockwork, Gizelle will spend the entire season spreading nasty rumors about her castmates and their families, and every time she's confronted at the reunion, it's deer in headlights or the newest addition tonight, the owl. Who? Okay? Who? You. That's who. What? Chicken butt. You, Gizelle, okay? Girl. The Bravo Shade Room is the love and support for us. We love that. You should have held that lady back, Dr. Wendy. But everybody deserves to have an off moment. I get what you was trying to do, be big sisterly in that moment, girl. But that lady asked you to do that, and neither did we. I love Rain 80 so much. It's too good natured men. Hashtag RHOP. Langston Cruz says Ashley's response just now proved that she still doesn't understand how colorism plays into their group dynamic, and furthermore lacks an understanding of what colorism is. What Candiace told Gizelle just now isn't colorist. Because colorism cannot work again. Never mind, I'm tired. We all are. It's just a never ending battle with some people, Langston Cruz. It really is. This come from Hebe Jeeps era, says Robin not inviting her own best friend to her wedding is that reasonably or shady? Is it her best friend? It's giving very much co-worker vibes. Gizelle, you fumbled the ball, you fumbled the bag when you told that lady business early on in the season about something about their house. She can't trust you. You're her friend, but she's not yours. Let's move on. Bam says Gizelle's proximity to whiteness allows her to get away with a lot of shit that someone who looks like Candiace or Wendy would get dragged for. Y'all know exactly what Candiace meant, and I'm happy she didn't backtrack. This lady literally painted Chris as a predator, and you did. You try to sit up here and play semantics, honey, and nobody is really getting. We're not feeling you. You thought we was feeling you, Gizelle? No. Okay. Hey, Gabrielle. This comes from basically me _ says, I love how Candiace puts that bass in her voice when delivering insults to Gizelle. She clears every time. Period. And she does. But look at how good Karen looks. She looks stunning. But I tell y'all, she looks stunning on tonight's episode of Watch What Happens Live. She does. You are a garbage individual. You have no soul. Candiace tearing Gizelle up. Thank you, Jada, for the tweet. We agree. This again from Ashley Echo does radio, excuse me. And now that she's explaining it calmly, it's still a problem for Ashley. Please peep how Ashley gets offended anytime white comes up. This is at least the second time she's done that at a reunion. Well, we're going to have to roll back that beautiful bean footage, but I agree. And I think very seldom does Echo does radio not make sense. Alien Superstar says, make it make sense. Juan feels bad for this woman he never met, so he goes to pay for a hotel, but nothing emotional or physical ever happened. Girl, what? Juan left Robin high and dry at the reunions because he was always busy working. Juan loves Robin. Okay. Yikes. Okay. Brittany Packnett Cunningham says, this is why that colorism conversation needed a moderator, because the real Candiace was clearly talking about the benefits of proximity to whiteness, and the light-skinned women immediately went to reverse colorism, which doesn't exist. Ebony's faces are killing me. She knows Robin is looking like a fool in these streets. Hashtag RHOP. Honey, she did. Ebony K. Williams sat there and said, child, this ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just here for the free drinks and just to sit up here and just be in somebody else's business, okay? And touche. Okay. Echo says, I just don't know what else Gizelle and Ashley have to do for people to see them for who they are. I don't understand why people feel like Gizelle deserves to be handled gently. You know why Echo does radio? Because the same people that are empathizing with Gizelle and Ashley are people who are exactly like them, exhibit their behaviors, and they don't see anything wrong with it. That's just my take on it. All right, long rolling hills up next with this Jada Pinkett tweets, honey. You're not thinking. Shout out to Chris Rock, honey. Anyway, we're finna move on. Just because Candiace is married to a white man doesn't mean she no longer sees and acknowledges how the world works against black people and those with dark skin. Yes, Candiace can still call out Gizelle in her proximity to whiteness while being married to a white man, and that is very well true, okay? Nicole says, no one will hold Gizelle accountable for the things she say, but as soon as Candiace say something they don't like, all of a sudden they know right from wrong. Right, make it make sense. Are y'all stupid, or are you choosing to play stupid? Danielle 212 says, light-skinned black women do benefit from their lighter skin, giving them the benefit of the doubt. Candiace initially, as she admitted, said it in an inflammatory way. But she's right. They're believed and the word burns. The world burns. If Chris wasn't white, this would hurt him more too. Exactly. This comes from Mirama. I can't wait till the real Candiace makes a mug of this moment because I need it. I've seen others on Etsy make it, but I'd rather give my support to Potomac Princess Supreme. I agree. I would love to buy some Candiace merch. Big Dom says, Candiace ain't say shit wrong. That can get away with because she's white adjacent. Oh, girl. Like Candiace said, y'all be going in and I'm here for it. TVD says, not Robin referring to Juan's name being included in headlines as clickbait with his name in the actual lawsuit. See, that's why I just be like, Robin, you just, listening to you talk is like watching paint dry, girl. You just really are boring. And you just say things just for the hell of it. They have no merit, no basis, no foundation, none of it. You just take shit. Just like you and me need to be best friends, really, to be honest, okay? But you just a more refined version, okay? AW says, it baffles me how people are more upset at Candiace's comment towards Gizelle instead of Gizelle's accusations of Chris. Y'all do understand that this proves her point, right? No, they don't, AWA Priest, because they're child. Let me keep my comments to myself, okay? Harold Cordero says, oh, wow, we on the F Gizelle, F Ashley, F Mia, F Robin train today. Hashtag RHOP. Bravo Andy prefers a pop and truly original. I hope you're listening. Another one from Mia says, Andy and NBC, are you true? See, what? Am I psychic or something? I have not read these tweets, y'all, but it's like everything I say, it comes up in another tweet. I'm going to have to follow her because she is like me in my head. Andy and NBC, are you truly proud of this trash, this nastiness, this disgusting atmosphere that is cultivated in Potomac? Either Chuck OT or recast it. We done. I'm not watching it. I told y'all time and time again, if I see the Green Eyed Bandits on my screen, I don't even want to see Mia nowhere near. If I see them on my TV next season with RHOP, well, you better, no, I don't even have to see them because I'm not clicking if I see that they're going to be in the damn lineup for the, what they call it, the little cast picture that they take. If I see y'all on there, I'm not watching it, period. You could just go ahead and pack it up and hang it up because I'm not doing it. Another tweet from Marima says, no one checked the evil rooster Gizelle for her cold. Remorseless, apathetic, lying, gutter, sniping ass. But when Candiace rightfully checked her, they keep clutching them fake Chanel pearls. Colorism right there. And to gaslight her and say she's doing reverse colorism. Another one from Long Rolling Hills of Neck says, y'all don't like Candiace because she's staying 10 toes deep in her word, period. 10 toes deep and she ain't running from it. Miss Thing told them she was aware of what she said and she ain't walking back. That's Mama Dorothy daughter, okay? That, folks, is accountability, something that the other girls know nothing about, and Candiace is in charge of the girls. Again, interesting. Ashley and Mia got more to say about colorism now that they did during the actual convo. Thank you, Ash. I agree. Juicador's Lunchable says, Candiace to Gizelle, you're dwindling uterus. Your gutter snipe bitch ass, you are a garbage individual and have no soul, and you are the reason women can't come forward because you make fake reports and sit there with your colorist privilege. She said that and she meant that. Yep, I'm going to stick beside it too. This is literally how Robin should have been this whole season. Or this whole reunion. You should have been sitting there like Ebony K. Williams and not said because according to Ray LaRoe, she is literally all of us listening to Robin's BS. Robin, you needed to take a page out of Ebony K. Williams' book and just sat there, girl, because you really just made yourself look crazy. Naomi Shamble says, the obvious hole in the story is, wouldn't the girl have asked the rapist player to cover her hotel? Robin, please. I said that. If this girl is married, okay, I don't know how much wine makes, but I don't know. I would think that an NFL player got a bag, okay? And so for the NFL, for Juan to be super save a hole and just conveniently leave his damn home and his wife and his children in the comfort and just his confined space to come do a good deed. Can't he give it to charity or something like that? Why would he have to do that? Especially if this woman is dating a grown, able-bodied ass man that got money and who also happens to be a Baltimore Ravens football player. That just don't make sense to me. And Robin, when Bravo Andy asked if you had looked at the damn tweets or something like, I don't even know. And you said, no, I have no reason to. Yes, you had every reason to, but like Karen said, you just in love with your man and you finna ride for him through hell or high water. And that's just very sad. We're really sad that that's your case. Mia, the overwhelming majority of folks thought Jacqueline meant you and Gordon needed to have sex more when she said you needed some dick. We did not think that meant he had a performance issue. You done outed that man because you are just dizzy. Exactly. No, she outed him on purpose. She did that to save herself, okay? But I am with you, Leah. Nobody thought that. Nobody knew that about G, especially since he was telling people on that damn bus that he had... I don't even want to go back there because it just is disgusting to even think about. Robin really expects us to believe that Juan never slept with that woman. All he did was pay for her hotel room and then left. Okay, girl, you really delusional. You really losing it. The morally corrupt John Devlin says, my final Real Housewives of Potomac season 7 cast rankings, and let's see what they are. Number 1 is Candy. Number 2 is Wendy. Number 3 is Karen. Those are definitely my top 3 as well. Everybody else, no. Number 4, Mia. Mia's representative at number 5. Number 6, you have Ashley, followed by Gizelle. Number 8 is Patricia. Number 9 is Katie Ross Tweets. Number 10 is Robin. Number 11 is Sesame Street. And number 12 is Shasha Dixon. Now, May says reverse colorism does not exist. So let's, okay. Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out where you was going with this now. Now, May says reverse colorism does not exist. So let's not start trying to flip what is not there. Candiace is justifiably angry, but she ain't wrong. She is not wrong. Period. Martinez with Eddie says, Candiace and Chris handshake is so cute. Y'all think that's cute? Y'all should see me and my mans. I'm just joking. We do have one though, but Candiace and Chris is really cute. Candiace, what's not cool is your gutter snipe bitch ass lying on my family. Yeah, that's literally how all of us was sitting there looking like, you better read and you better let have. Andy and Ebony K. Williams sitting there looking like, girl, you don't even believe this. God don't even believe this, okay? Going to get into a couple more tweets, and we're going to wrap it up, guys. Now, Jim forever underscore gorgeous says, I stand by Candiace. That drag was deserved for many reasons, and her not apologizing. Chef fucking kiss. I stand. RHOP. Hashtag RHOP reunion. Now, Andy's face the entire time Robin is stuttering through this interview. Make it make sense, please. Okay. Now, this relationship is the most solid and unbreakable. They're so cute. That's a picture of Dr. Wendy and attorney at large. Okay. Happy Eddie with their beautiful sons and their beautiful baby girl. Mama says, why does Cameron have to answer for why she doesn't like Charisse, but Gizelle and Robert can't explain their stupid hatred for Wendy? You hit. Now this deserves a retweet. It does. Yeah, it does. We all already looked at the MVPs of the reunion, and let's take a look at the final tweet by Rachel. It says, so Robin managed to hear rumors about everyone else except the ones pertaining to Juan. I just love this. This is the most appropriate GIF to use in this particular moment. Y'all, drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about you all's reactions to RHOP. Y'all know I love to do my Twitter reaction videos because I live for Twitter, okay? I'm starting to see that a lot more YouTube and content creators are hopping on the bandwagon, honey, but you're never gonna find it anywhere else where you're gonna get the raw, real commentary and just the laughs and all that, okay? So drop down in the comments, let me know what y'all thought about the reunion overall. And if I happen to come across your tweet and you're watching this video, follow me. I will follow you back. I love to engage with people on Twitter, like I really, really do. So yes, that's it, y'all. I don't have any more. Well, at least I'm not going to read anymore. You are free to just type in the hashtag RHOP and just see what else has been being said. I know there's still probably going to be trending for about another 2 days or so. That is my suspicion. So I'm definitely going to come back. I'm not going to do another video, but I am going to come back and just see what you all have been saying, just so I can get me some good laughs about it. So until the next Twitter reaction video, y'all, have a great evening. Bye.